Hi, my name is Eloise. In the 70s, my name was Ellie, my nickname. Excuse this. I was mugged 25 years ago, most of my front teeth. And I don't have the money to get implants or whatever, and I'm having trouble pulling money together to get a denture plate. But anyway, that's not important. In the 70s, I was a backstage Johnny, and I went to the studios. I went to the cut from school, coming from a dysfunctional family. And I went to TV studios like to Cabot and David Force, got tickets, watched the shows, went to the Ed Sullivan Theater, got tickets. They were videotaping game shows. Walked around Manhattan, went to Dark Shadow Studio, and then ended up at the Sesame Street Studio. And eventually I made friends with Caroll Spinney, who does Big Bird and Oscar, and he was a really, really great friend to me and my best friend, Michael. He gave us a lot of emotional support. And I was going to drop out of school from pressure from home. My father saying an education on a woman is a waste of time. I was cutting from school because I wanted to study journalism. Carol even felt I had a strong venue for writing, but I didn't pursue it because I was so pressured. And Carol was friends with my best friend Michael and me for about 5 years. And things happened, things changed, and we couldn't be friends anymore. And I went on with my life, became a single parent twice. It was really hard. But I did manage to go to different training programs. I learned the computer. I went to school. I did earn my degree in social work, as an associate's degree. But I never did anything with it. I didn't know what to do with it. And my son had mental illness, and I had to focus on that. I worked off the books, on the books, voluntarily. I've got a lot of experience working with people, children, and that's what I want to do now at 59. I want to return to school, and I'm going to open up a center geared toward children 13 to 19 with the idea of having them become emancipated from their predators, their attackers, whether it's guardians, whether it's family, whatever it is. And I want them emancipated. It's going to be hard because it's going to be Medicaid funded, foundation grants, and I may have to follow guidelines. And Carol and Bob McGrath and everyone else knows I have trouble following guidelines. Eccentric, Bob. I'm eccentric. That's what Carol called me, eccentric. When we were friends. I moved in May 2011, and I found an old photo album, and I remembered our talks verbatim, literally verbatim. I tried to connect with Carol, but I know he's very busy with a documentary and his life and his kids and his grandchildren. And I spoke to Jessica, his older daughter, a couple of weeks ago, and he's just going in a different direction. But he is aware of the center, and I'm going to open it up and dedicate it to him, using a new type of therapy in lieu doll therapy, puppetry therapy. Have these kids work out their problems through puppets. I'm taking a puppetry course in September, starting September 2nd. I'm going to learn all aspects of the trade and implement it into the center. I am not joking. Have never been more positive about anything in my life, and I think it will work well. These kids are going to be 13 to 19. They're not going to want to play with dolls or to act out their problems through dolls. Puppetry is the way for them, and it's fun, and it will be beneficial. And I'm also planning to have a puppet theater there to enhance them into possibly wanting a career in that direction. We're going to put on shows, do scripting, everything about puppetry, build a theater, and to earn money for the center, to get things for them. We'll have an art class also, a routine art class, and then there'll be other venues for them if they're not interested in a career in puppetry, but I'm sure a majority of them will be. And even if they're not, they will want to help with the theater. And that's what I'm planning to do. And it's going to take a long time. It's not going to happen overnight. I've got to get my bachelor's degree. I've got to get my master's degree. I've got to get my accreditation. And then I've got to find a place to build a center, foundation grants. And Brian Young, who worked with Carol and Bob on Sesame Street as a bird coutier and an oscillator, is now 29, studying law, and I want him to be the legal consultant. And it's going to work. I know it's going to work, with or without Carol's help. But I know I have his approval. And I already designed a t-shirt. And I don't know how much you can see this, but here it is. A picture with Carol and Big Bird, and on the bottom, see it, says the bird's nest, a safe haven. They're not all going to be green. There'll be different colors and maybe other designs as well, but this is the one for now. So that's why I'm doing this. I want people to know I'm serious about this, and I'm not joking. And if things work out well, I'll be starting school in November, the Empire State College. And I want people to tell me what they think about this idea. And maybe some of you who are social workers or who are going in that direction with their life may end up working there. Thanks. Bye.